In this video, I am going to show you how to find articles in the library databases that will help answer your research question. And we are on the Doña Ana Library website, which has a tab on it called Articles, and that's where you'll want to go to find the article databases. We want to find an article. And if we click this, it gives us a list of databases. The library has the databases divided up into a general and then more specifically by subject. So for this assignment, unless you have a very specific topic, the general databases will be fine, actually preferred. So you want to be careful, and for this assignment I'm asking you to find a full text article. So if you look to the right side here, you can see which databases have full text and which have citations only. You may ask, what good is a database that has citation only? Well, you can take that citation and ask the librarians to order the article for you through interlibrary loan. But for this assignment, we want full text. So let's go ahead and start with the Academic Search Premier database. And so I'm already logged in, but this will take you to a page that logs you in using your NMS UID and password, and then into the Academic Search Premier database, which is owned by EBSCOhost. And I'm going to type in my search terms. Remember, my topic is how do humans affect global warming? And in my library catalog search, I found that there might be a better way, some better search terms such as the human effect on climate change. So I'm going to just play around with my search terms, but either way, I want to make sure that I don't just enter something as broad as global warming, because that will bring up thousands of results in the database. I want to make sure I narrow it down to the main idea and the subtopic. So for me, that's global warming and humans. I have other options in this database, and one of them is to limit my results to full text, which I want full text articles, which means I want the full article, not just a citation. So I'm going to check that. You're also required to have one peer-reviewed journal, and this is a journal that has been looked at by other scholars to make sure it's accurate. So we'll just go ahead and check that too. And we're going to search. Okay, so I have found 379 results that are full text and peer-reviewed. So I can go ahead and look through these and see if any of them are relevant. But that's kind of a lot, and they seem to be all over the board. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my subject headings and see if the subject headings will help me like they did in the library catalog. And sure enough, this subject heading, the effect of human beings on global warming, will probably narrow down the results so that they're more closely related to my research question. So I'm going to check it and update it, because that's what we want. We want articles that will answer the research question. And that narrows it down to 21. Okay, so there's something in these articles that relate to the effect of human beings on global warming. So I'm just going to skim through these and pick one. It's hard to know which one will work. I'm kind of looking at titles to see if any of these are understandable. If the language is too complex, then I know it's probably too scientific. And after just looking at the results list, I am going to go ahead and take a look at this first one because it's from the Journal of Climate. So I know it's about, it's related to climatology. So we're going to click on that and see if it really will answer my research question, because it does have the full text in here. Okay, so once you're in the record, this is the information you are going to need to write down. First of all, so you can find it again if you need it. And second of all, so you can write your citation if you choose to use this in your final project. Okay, so I have the authors. Looks like I have two authors here. 1 and 2. I have the source, which means the journal that published it, which is named the Journal of Climate. I have the date it was published. I have the volume, number 23, and the issue, number 11, and it was published on page 3019 to 3030. If one of these items was missing, for example, if the volume or the issue was missing, one way to find that is in this database, there's something called cite. In other databases, there is other wording and other locations that do this same thing. So if I click on cite, it's going to open up a citation for me written in correct citation format that I could just copy and put down on my paper. In fact, I highly recommend doing this even on your research journal so that you have all the information there, and then go ahead and place it into the chart where it needs to go so that I know you know what is the volume, what is the issue, what is the date, what is the source, etc. If it's also not there, you can always try Googling your topic or your title, and sometimes you can find it on the web. Okay, so in my article here, I have an abstract, which is just a summary of the article. If I scroll down, oh, no, sorry, in this database, here it is, it's on the left side, the PDF full text. If I click that, it's going to open up a PDF of my article. And how do I know it's a PDF besides the fact that it says PDF? A PDF is actually a photocopy. So someone photocopied or scanned this article from its print journal and put it in the database. And it's kind of slow loading, so I am just going to, oh, there it is. See, it's scanned in. It's not typed in like an HTML article would be. And okay, so I found one article. It seems like it's going to relate. I wrote down all the important citation information, which includes the author, the title, the source, the date, the volume, the issue, and the page number. And so if I want to go back to just do a basic search, and this time I don't want it to be peer reviewed. This time I want to get newspaper articles and things that might be more easier to understand. I'm just going to click full text, but this time I'm not going to limit it to peer review. I'm going to go ahead and search for human effect on global warming because I know that is one of the subject terms that this database likes. And I'm going to look through. And if you look here, I don't know if you can see this, but the first result is from Discover magazine. The second result is from Time magazine. These are clearly more understandable. And so this might, Christian Science Monitor, these might help me get a better idea for the background of my topic unless I was doing some scholarly research. So those are just the different ways to search the database to find information on your topic. There's a lot more advanced searches you can do, such as sorting by the date. For example, if you need some really new information, you can search by the date. The only other warning I have for you is to make sure that you don't find a book review or another type of information that is more like an editorial. You want a real article published in a magazine, journal, or newspaper. Please let me know if you have any questions.